those things by in the case of what we call a distribution load flow. And everywhere you need to have your, because system dependent load flow should have, then only you can implement, or you can what we call execute your optimization method into the, it might be into the system. That is, it might be 26 node system, or it might be what we call 33 bus system, it might be 69, it might be 128, whatever it may be. So everywhere you should have your own load flow methodology. So everyone aware that load flow method is nothing but it is going to give a steady state analysis of the system. So this is just because I'm concentrating on the only two parts. First one is load flow, another one is optimal conductor selection. So these are the two areas which I have considered to explain you how what we call methodology is implemented in the part of load flow method. So coming point of load flow method for radial distribution system. So because we are aware that most fundamental and widely analysis tool is your what we call load flow method. In here you can what we call you can find out steady state condition of the system. You will find out what is your real power losses, what is reactive power losses. You can find out the load angle. Usually load angles will not consider in the distribution system because it won't cross more than 3 to 4 degrees, which doesn't give you much more effect of result. So because of that reason, most of the distribution systems load angles are not considered. But what we call, and the performance of the system, effectiveness of the system, all of these can be carried out by using your load flow. So this is a basic mathematical formulation which we have done. Here you can see that there is a what we call circuit model branch. Here the superscripts of this LFI indicates that load flow and injection, load flow and injection. Here K node, this is M node. From K to M node, and this is the injection part. This is your load part, and what we call, this is your flow part. This is your flow part. So this is a complete your what we call two bus system have been considered, where K to M, K is a one node, M is another node. We have taken the basic equation PM and QM. So the values of real power, effective, active, and reactive powers at M node, PM, QM, and PIQI has been taken into consideration. The complex voltage at node M can be written as Vm, that is a voltage at node M, will be considered as Vk minus I of I Zi. So here Vm will be get this minus of this drop. So Vm will be considered this value, this voltage, that is minus of Vk minus of this drop, that is a branch drop. Yes, you can see Vk minus of this branch drop. By solving this equation, this is the basic equation. By solving this, voltage at node M can be considered as this is the equation for that. So you need to solve this equation. You will get this. Yeah, fine. Once calculating the voltage at all nodes, the current flowing through the branch is given by. So just this is a basic formula. What is a branch current is given. So voltage at kth node, voltage at M node divided by impedance part. That is a difference in the two nodes of the voltages divided by the impedance will give you what is a branch current at that what we call branch. And when you're coming point of real and reactive power losses, just basic equation have been taken into consideration, I square R, I square X. This is a what we call taken into consideration of the number of branches from I to NP, number of branches cases. This is your what we call, just I have considered the to simply explain what is a basic thing in 15 node RDS. So here the first column shows the serial number, adjacent node is this is a second column, adjacent branch is this one. Because this whatever the 15 node radial distribution system, you cannot feed as it is to the system. So because of that reason, this is a methodology where right side table will show you how you can feed this 15 node RDS system into the what we call computer. So this is the 11 kV 15 node RDS, which is a standard IEEE system. Because when you run the load flow by using your what we call PSO, the real and reactive power losses are 60 kilowatts and reactive power loss 59 kVAR. Total real and reactive power loads are 1226 and 1250. The real and reactive power losses are 4.92%, 4.74%. The number of iteration is taken only 3, and minimum voltage is in the system is 0.9424 per unit. At node 13, and voltage regulation is 5.7. So this is a simple basic load flow to explain you how your artificial intelligence will help in a computational problem. So here have been proposed by a simple load radial distribution system with the basic of simple algebraic equation. Yeah. Now coming point of our original work, that is optimal conductor selection. This is what we call, because when you see on the roads, you might be noticed that there are several ACSR conductors have been pulled in from one pole to another pole, and in between there are a lot of connections have been given to the domestic consumers. But frankly speaking, what we call the Indian scenario, they will never calculate what is the actual load and what is their what we call how much they are drawing from that particular conductor. Because you might be noticed that several vehicle, because every conductor is having its thermal capacity. Once it crosses its thermal capacity, that's a thermal limit. So definitely the conductor will blow down. There is so many cases have been occurred where the conductor itself will blow down. So just because of this reason, we worked on this. This our PSO algorithm will help to find the optimal conductor selection. This PSO algorithm will define and determine the maximum current carrying capacity and acceptable voltage levels of the radial distribution system will be given by using as addition to that maximum savings in capital cost of conducting material, so and the cost of energy. So this is actually what we call now a point of one of the crucial area where lot of losses are occurring in India. So one, because most of the losses which we are getting in India is the because when you see the generation part, the minimum number of the losses is very minimum, because there is a sophisticated generators have been developed, and there is a sophisticated what we call brushless what we call there. When you come to the BLDC point of view, where if you see the even alternators, synchronous case, synchronous generator, there are so much of advancement has been taken place. So because of that reason, their losses is not hardly less than what we call 8 to 10%. But when you come to the transmission part, it won't crash more than 4 to 5%. But the maximum percentage of the distribution, maximum percentage of the losses are occurring only in the area of distribution system, where there is a lot of lot of attention need to be focused by the young engineers, where they can concentrate and they can, because there is a lot of scope of reducing the losses in the case of distribution system, because we have seen that almost 25,000 megawatts of the power can be saved. There is a what we call, because of that reason, here is the what we call because optimal conductor selection is one of the important area, because there are so many areas where network reconfiguration, voltage regulator placement, distributed generation, because most of the loss as per what we call norms of the Ministry of the Power, it is almost what we call 22% of the losses are occurring on the whole of the system. When you see that in among the 22%, 70%, again the 70% of the losses are occurring only in the part of distribution sector. So just you can imagine, so how much of power is what we call we are losing in the distribution sector. So coming point of load flow in the conductor selection. So just you can see that voltage equation is because the basic load flow equation is modified based on your type of the conductor. The same equation I have used, which we used in the load flow. The active and reactive power losses are same. Yeah, coming point of objective function. So we know that the objective function should give you minimize your cost of energy losses and capital cost. So here, cost of energy losses and capital cost. There is a type of the conductor has to be taken into consideration. So annual cost for loss in the branch I with a C type of conductor. So CL I comma C, PL I comma C. So this here we have taken annual energy loss constant, loss factor, real power losses with a C type of conductor. Yes, coming point of your capital cost. Here annual capital cost for branch I with a C type of conductor. So here you can see that type of conductor is in discrete value. Type of conductor is in discrete value. You need to optimize your C value here. What is the type of conductor is C? This is a what we call value of what we call your discrete value. So total your evaluation of your fitness function is taken. This is your fitness value. We are aware that fitness value is need to be minimized. So your capital cost, what we call, need to be minimized by taking into consideration, minimize the value f is equal to 1 by 1 plus f. So if you are not keeping this 1 over here, so if your value fitness function value will become, if it becomes 0, then it lead to infinite. So because of that reason, we should keep this so that it will not lead to infinite result. Algorithm for optimal type of conductor selection. So this is algorithm. Read system data such as line data, load data, which is given in IEEE standard test format. You need to initialize your PSO parameters. What we call initialize the swarm, assigning the random position and velocity in the problem, hyperspace to the each particle, where each particle is a solution to the optimal type of branch conductor selection, and run the load flow and compute the fitness value of each particle. So now you need to find out the each particle fitness function and compare the present fitness value with the historical best fitness value, that is a local P best and global P best, and find the G best value from the obtained P best value. Apply the boundary condition because it should not cross certain boundary conditions. We need to apply based on your problem. Update the particle velocity. Execute your step 4 to 8 for number of iteration and stop the execution. Display the G best value is your G best is nothing but your result. Yeah, for understanding the illustration, just I have taken the example of 26 node radial distribution system. This is one of the practical data which we collected in the Anantapur 33 by 11 kV distribution system from the AC office. So this is a total practical 26 node distribution system. What we call the data is what we call that I'll give in appendix. So where the values have been considered from the realistic problem have been taken. Just you see that the parameters of the or what we call 26 node. Here you can see that number of agent, number of particles, number of iterations, initial value of 0.9, 0.4 acceleration constant. Here you can observe that number of particles I have taken 5. The meaning is that if you are having a 5 particles, you can increase whatever you want. That is optimum value can be considered based on your problem. Once by keeping all these parameters as by given input to what we call your problem. So the branch number 1 to 16, and because almost existing conductor is Wiesel, because already you are knows that conductor type is given in terms of mink, ferret, squirrel, Wiesel. The type is given in terms of normal animal's name in that is in IEEE format is also there, because already they are running with the Wiesel conductor. of that particular, that is everywhere they are using. Because when you see the basic system, so this is your substation, this is a lateral, this is a sublateral, so something like that, where because at this point of your conductor might be fully loaded, but when you see this point, and that is under at 17th node, at 25th node, 21 node, 23 node, 19 node, all these nodes are less loaded. All these nodes are less loaded. The meaning is that you no need to run very big conductor, very bulky conductor, because which will involve high cost into that. Because everywhere you can observe that, because they have taken only one type of conductor for whole bus system, that they considered is a that is they consider is a vessel, that is considered a vessel, and it has been modified as a mink, ferret and squirrel, mink, ferret and squirrel. So these are because every, for example, if you take a squirrel, it is having its a square, what we call size, and it is having its maximum current carrying capacity. So those two are required to define what type of conductor is required. What type of conductor is required. Just you can see that while after running a load flow, we could able to identify your voltage values. Here you can observe that before conductor selection, it was 0.9309. Just beginning of what we call case, we run the load flow and we got the value of 0.9309. And once you run, your conductor selection have been done, that is you replaced your vessel conductor with the mink, ferret and what we call different type of conductor. It has been increased from 0.9589. The coming point of the losses is also, just you can observe there is a huge difference before conductor selection and after conductor selection. Anyhow, I'll show you this in the what we call by using graph also. But before that, let me explain you what we call. Just you can see that before conductor selection, it is a 154 kilowatts. After conductor selection, your real power loss has been reduced to 73.85 kilowatts. So just you can see there is a drastic difference. Yeah, this is your complete voltage profile. Left side top corner, I have given you the voltage profile. The original configuration is this one. It is reached to this value and it has been raised to, this is your voltage, actual voltage profile. Once you conductor selection has been done, just you see that how much of voltage can be built up, because one voltage is one of the important criteria where that can reduce a lot of losses. Okay, so this much of voltage profile can be built. And because for sake of understanding level, I have run the system for 100 iterations. But actually, frankly speaking, you no need to run the system for 100 iterations. It is that 10 iterations are enough, because at the sixth or seventh level itself, your system has been converged. Because I hope everyone knows that what is the convergence of the system. Convergence is nothing but there is no further progress in the system. So even though you run, instead of 100 iterations, you may run 1000 iterations also, this graph will not vary. This is summary of test results, which you are what we call, you can say that this is a before conductor selection. It is going to become minimum, because see here there are three conditions I have taken. One is without conductor that is a conductor selection. After conductor selection, I have implemented GA, and this proposed method is nothing but your PSO. So here I'm comparing your PSO with a GA. So these two are artificial intelligence method, and this is your traditionally how much it was. So just you can see that minimum voltage level was 0.93, and by comparing GA, it has given 0.95, and proposed method, it has given 0.9589. This fourth digit variation is also very important to reduce your losses. Just you see real power losses is 154 kilowatts. Just you see existing method, it is that is a GA method, it is a 76 kilowatts. There's a PSO case, it has given 73 kilowatts. and your total cost, because before the cost of running your conductor is 5,04,082 rupees. But in the if you replace those two things, those conductors, so your proposed method is if you run it with what we call different type of conductor at different level, it is going to become 2,46,510 rupees. The meaning is that the payback period of whole system will be less than 2 years, less than 2 years. So which is because everywhere the payback period is more important in the case of what we call if you want to replace, because you cannot that is economically it is a what we call feasible. So this is the final observations. It can be seen that reconductoring is necessary for most of the branches, because we observed for 26 bus system, but as far as my knowledge, most of the distribution system has need to be replaced with a different type of conductors. Everywhere, what we call, it need to be replaced. Then only you can save a lot of power. Minimum voltage is improved from 0.93 to 0.95 at node 18, and that is 2.8% of the improvement is there. Just you can see that your voltage has been improved from 0.93 to 0.95. Voltage regulation is improved from 6.91 to 4.11%. That is around 40.52%. 40.52% of improvement is there. And when you're coming point of total real power losses is reduced from 154 to 73. The reduction in the real power losses is 52.29%. Just you can assume that how much of power is wasting in a what we call just in the case of selection of the conductor. Okay, when you see the what we call cost point of view also, just there what we call 5 lakhs to it is a coming around 2.46 lakhs. It is around 51% can be saved. So this is your complete what we call point of selection of conductor selection of conductor in the case of radial distribution system of 26 node in Vidyut Nagar, Anantapur, what we call data. For selecting the optimal type of branch conductor, sorry, just I'm giving you conclusion. Branch conductor PSO algorithm has been proposed. It has been observed that proper selection of conductor will improve the voltage profile. First point we can observe here is that voltage profile has been drastically improved and reduces the active power losses, which in turn reduces the energy losses and the capital cost of the feeder conductor. So this is actually what we call one of the best method, and this method has been implemented to 26 node radial distribution system, and it can be implemented any type of 26 node practical, not only 26 node, any type of radial distribution system. Why what we call, just I'm coming back to your PSO part. This is to understand the scenario of PSO. Have given one scenario because bird flocking, how you can understand the PSO. That is our point. Just you can assume that there is a one what we call group of birds. A group of birds are randomly searching for food in an area. So just you understand that group of birds are randomly searching food in an area. There is only one piece of food in the area being searched. So if you take any search space, there is only one piece of food in that search space. All the birds do not know where the food is, because they doesn't know where the food is, but they know how far the food is in each iteration. Because when one bird is having a what we call a link with the other bird, with a mathematically how far another bird is, that what is the best strategy to find the food is that the effective one is to follow the bird which is nearest to the food, because what is the best method to reach the food? So we can follow the bird, because once any bird is which is very near, which they can easily see that bird, bird can see that food. So what is the best strategy? Because you don't know where the food is, but at the same time, you know how far the food is, but you know how you are where that nearest bird is. So by sharing memory to each bird individual with each other, so which is very easy to follow that bird and to reach your food. To understand that what we call simulation, just I have given you one a small simulation. Here you can see that fitness, white one is minimum fitness value, and this what we call dark is maximum fitness value. Okay. Here you can see that in the case of search space also, there is a some what we call, because you cannot say that everywhere your optimum value is as dark as possible, because here this is not your optimum, this is not your optimum, even though some cases this may not be optimum, this is your optimum value where you are going to, because all these are just I have taken 9 birds over there, nine or four, yeah, 11 birds I have taken to simulate this, and they'll find out, because some cases they'll try to find out of this, some cases they'll come to this, but finally they will reach this particular part. Just you can observe over here. Just you can observe over here. See how the second cases birds will move. Third iteration the birds will move. Fourth iteration the birds will move. Just you can see that the 5 birds are which is very near to this particular fitness, and the others are moving towards this. Yeah, now you can see that most they see here the 6 birds, because why I consider 11 in the sense, five are concentrated over here, 6 are concentrated over here. So how these 6 are moving towards this optimum. Again, immediately the next iteration, these 5 will start moving that particular case. Yeah, fine. Now this is for what we call case. Simulate. This is 5 birds, and this is six birds. And now this is your complete fitness value. It has reached to this fitness value. This is from minimum to maximum case. Minimum to maximum case. So this is my complete presentation. What we call, any queries regarding this? I'm handing session to.
Audience, any queries are there? Can raise hands.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, audible, sir. Tell me.
Sir, good evening, sir. Nice presentation.
Yeah.
Thank you for your session.
Yeah.
Myself, Rajendran from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
And I'm having a small doubt. You have shown that 26 radio system. And also, you have mentioned that 2 buses are under load. My question is, hello.
Yeah, sir. Please, little bit loud, sir. I could not able to understand.
Okay, yeah. Okay, in our distribution system, the loads are not a constant one, because a new customer may add we are doing the analysis in 1 month. New customers are added in the next month. Immediately we can't change the conductor size. So how we can resolve those kind of problems?
No, that is because of that reason. By considering the future prediction, they can add up 30% of the load on each feeder, sir.
Okay.
When you consider, while considering the point itself, because as of now, distribution system is always unbalanced, and at the same time, while considering the conductor itself, because We have run the system, practically taken into consideration, and whatever the steady state limit of that particular system have been taken into consideration. But when you go to the practical cases, you can take as a via media of 30% of added load for that particular conductor, so that you can, because you are aware that from this substation to there is a feeder to the lateral to sublateral to subsublateral, something like that, where is everywhere there is a, it is a tree. So because of that reason, while considering the load, you need to take, feeder might be loaded, all over load, it might be 30% higher. When you consider the lateral, it might be 30% higher than whatever the existing, something like that. There is a 0.3 is additional load. That is a 30% of additional load can be considered for every case.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
Thank you.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Yes, I'm not audible, so I could not able to hear
Hello?
you properly. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Can we use this method to come quality?
Sorry, madam, not audible to me.
Sir, use this method to come by
మేడం మీ వాయిస్ కట్ అవుతుంది.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
Sir. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, madam.
Sir, can we use this method to design a D-STATCOM by reducing the power quality issues?
Yeah, obviously. D-STATCOM can be used because
Obviously.
the placement of D-STATCOM can be decided by using your PSO.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Input parameters. Hello.
Yeah, that's what. How, because that is a based on what is the type of system you are considering. What is the type of system have you considering, and how many D-STATCOMs you are going to place? That makes the difference.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else out there?
And there are so many are giving the share the PPT. Already organizers are having my PPT. They'll share with you.
Hello,
Okay,
good
sir. I
evening,
will share. I will share.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
On which basis we can select the conductors, sir, distribution side
Sir, it is not audible to me.
criteria. Selection of conductors criteria on which basis we can select, sir.
Yes. Selection of the conductor only now we discuss now, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There is a type
And
of conductor we discussed now the type of the conductor. There is nothing but selection.
basis or
No, it is a purely current based, sir, not voltage based.
okay, sir.
Because you are having, in the case of distribution system, it is a low voltage and high current system. In that case, because our voltage will not be never cross 11 kV or 33 kV. So by taking that as a reference voltage levels, and the remaining we will always depend upon current, how much of current it has to be dragged from the transformer or from the substation.
Okay, sir. One more question, sir.
Yeah.
this criteria, we are taking the 26 conductors, sir, for the end of the total cost.
Mhm.
If we want, if we can increase the number of conductors, what will happen, sir? What we need to consider?
See, it is a not increasing the conductors or not increasing the connections. It is a data need to be taken from the, even though there are IEEE standard test bus systems are there, you need to take that to do your analysis. So once you do that analysis, you will
Okay,
come to
sir.
know that where you are going wrong.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, this is Saujanya, sir. Hello.
Yeah, tell me, madam.
Yeah, for a smart grid, which artificial intelligence algorithm is used for a quality of power supply? So, which algorithm we can use for
No,
a particular?
you cannot justify based on what we call this smart grid. Smart grid are you using with the microgrid case, or you might be using what we call normal smart grid, or you because smart grid makes sense. There is a lot of sense is there for smart grid. Because of that reason, if you are using power quality case, power quality of smart grid, which part it might be
Power
on
quality of
what we call transmission side or distribution side or consumer side. So there are so many areas are there. So and
consumer side.
consumer side is known because there is only one criteria in that case you need to understand, that is advanced metering infrastructure is required at the consumer level. There is in the case of smart grids, you may have only advanced metering infrastructure. So your meter will decide what type of loads you are having in your houses. Is it clear, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because your advanced your meter will give you intimation to the operator by saying that X consumer will have 2 fridges, 2 ACs, and 1 washing machine, and the power factor of that particular house is this much, and the power factor of and the power quality of what he is using is this much. So that can be fed to a smart grid operator will make use of that. Is it okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Shall we go to vote of thanks, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Vishnu sir, despite of your busy schedule in your college works, you have spared time for our FDP today. Thank you very much, sir. And in your presentation, particle swarm optimization, you have explained the basic things very well. And analogy with biological systems and birds, ants, and all is very interesting. And all participants are very interested to this topic. And particle movement using PSO is explained very well, and its applications to distribution system with 15 bus is more understandable and reachable to all participants, sir. And the conductor size selection for 20 bus system distribution system is very excellent, and results also shown. Thank you very much for your presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you,
Krishna,
one and
sir.
all, who has given me this opportunity. Srilata madam and TV Reddy sir, Brahmaya sir, Jay Krishna garu, all because of Twitter. Thank you, one and all, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Participants, tomorrow also session will start by 4 o'clock. You can join by 3:50. 3:50 you can join. By 4 o'clock session will start tomorrow. And link will be shared in the group, WhatsApp group. Thank you very much for today. Krishna sir, thank you. Ganchal Dama sir, Principal madam.